En la clase de hoy vamos a aprender inglés de una manera sencilla y divertida. Vamos a escuchar y leer 4 historias diferentes en inglés. La idea es que te vayas familiarizando con el idioma, escuchando y leyendo todo en inglés. Todas las palabras que no entiendas, escríbelas en tu cuaderno para posteriormente traducirlas. Verás que si eres constante con este método, verás grandes resultados. Sin nada más que decir, comencemos.
In the heart of Brooklyn, New York, there was a small bakery called Benny's Oven. The bakery was famous throughout the neighborhood for its delicious breads and pastries. The owner, Benny Thompson, was a kind and hard-working man who had dedicated his life to the bakery. Benny had inherited the bakery from his father, who had founded it in the 1950s. Since he was a child, Benny had spent countless hours in the bakery, learning the secrets of the trade. His father taught him how to knead the dough, measure the ingredients precisely, and bake the bread until it was golden and crispy. Benny loved every aspect of the work and dreamed of keeping the family tradition alive. Every morning, Benny would wake up before dawn to start his day. He prepared the dough for the bread, baked the pastries, and organized the shop before the first customers arrived. The bakery was a cozy place, with the aroma of freshly baked bread filling the air and a warm smile from Benny to greet everyone. The customers of Benny's Oven were a mix of lifelong neighbors and new residents who had heard about the bakery's fame. There was something special about Benny's products that kept people coming back again and again. Maybe it was his father's secret recipe, or the love and dedication Benny put into every piece of bread. One day, while Benny was kneading the dough, a young man named Alex walked into the bakery. Alex was an aspiring baker who had heard about Benny's skill and wanted to learn from him. "Mr. Thompson, could you teach me how to bake bread like you?" Alex asked enthusiastically. Benny smiled and nodded. "Sure, kid. But you should know that baking bread is not just about following a recipe. It's an art that requires patience and dedication." Alex started working at the bakery, learning from Benny every day. Benny taught him how to select the best ingredients, knead the dough carefully, and bake the bread to perfection. Alex was a quick learner and soon began creating his own recipes, experimenting with different flavors and techniques. As the months went by, the bakery became even more popular. Customers loved Alex's new creations and the combination of tradition and innovation that Benny's Oven offered. Benny was proud of his apprentice and saw in him a reflection of himself when he was young. However, not everything was easy. The competition in the neighborhood was fierce, and several new bakeries had opened nearby. Benny and Alex worked hard to maintain the quality and reputation of their bakery. One day, a regular customer informed them that a new bakery was offering aggressive discounts to attract their customers. Benny and Alex decided that the best way to face the competition was to focus on what they did best, creating high-quality products and offering exceptional service. They organized community events at the bakery, such as cooking classes and tastings, to attract more customers and strengthen their relationship with the neighborhood. One event in particular, a cooking class for children, was a great success. The children learned how to make bread and pastries, and their parents were impressed with the dedication and care that Benny and Alex put into teaching them. The bakery became a gathering place for the community, a place where people felt welcome and appreciated. Over time, Benny's Oven not only survived the competition, but thrived. Benny and Alex continued to innovate and improve their products, and the bakery became a symbol of quality and tradition in Brooklyn. Benny was happy to see that his legacy was in good hands and that the bakery would continue to be a pillar in the community. One day, while Benny and Alex were closing the shop, Alex turned to Benny and said, "Mr. Thompson, thank you for everything you've taught me. I hope to continue your legacy and make Benny's oven even better." Benny smiled and put a hand on Alex's shoulder. "I'm sure you will, kid. You've proven to be a talented and dedicated baker. I'm proud of you." And so, Benny's oven continued to be a special place in Brooklyn, where tradition and innovation came together to create the best breads and pastries. The story of Benny and Alex inspired many to follow their dreams and work hard to achieve their goals, always remembering the importance of dedication and love for what one does. In the not-too-distant future, humanity had made incredible advances in space exploration. The International Space Agency, ISA, had launched an ambitious mission to explore all the planets in the solar system. The spacecraft, called Odyssey, was crewed by a team of scientists and astronauts from around the world. Among them were Commander Elena Rodriguez, flight engineer Mark Johnson, astrobiologist Dr. Li Wei, geologist Dr. Ahmed Khan, and pilot Sophie Dubois. The mission began with a spectacular launch from Earth. The Odyssey majestically ascended into space, leaving the blue planet behind. The team's first destination was Mars, the red planet. During the journey, the astronauts conducted various experiments and prepared for landing. Upon reaching Mars, they deployed a rover to explore the surface and collect soil and rock samples. "Mars is fascinating," said Dr. Li Wei as she analyzed the samples. "There could be signs of past life here." After completing their mission on Mars, the Odyssey headed to Jupiter, the gas giant. The spacecraft approached the Great Red Spot, a gigantic storm that has been active for centuries. "It's impressive," commented Dr. Ahmed Khan. "The magnitude of this storm is unimaginable." The team also studied Jupiter's moons, especially Europa, which is believed to have a subsurface ocean. "If there's life in the solar system outside of Earth, Europa is a good candidate," said Commander Rodriguez. The next destination was Saturn, known for its stunning rings. The Odyssey approached the rings, and the astronauts were amazed by their beauty. "It's like a dream," said Sophie Dubois as she piloted the spacecraft through the rings. They also studied Titan, Saturn's largest moon, which has lakes of liquid methane on its surface. After Saturn, the Odyssey headed to Uranus and Neptune, the ice giants. These planets, with their cold and windy atmospheres, presented a unique challenge for the team. "Exploring these planets will help us better understand the boundaries of the solar system," explained Mark Johnson. Finally, the Odyssey headed to Pluto, the dwarf planet. Although Pluto is no longer considered a major planet, it remains an object of great scientific interest. The team studied its icy surface and thin atmosphere. "Pluto is a reminder of how vast and diverse our solar system is," said Dr. Li Wei. After years of exploration, the Odyssey returned to Earth with a wealth of data and samples. The mission was a resounding success and provided valuable information that would help plan future explorations. "We've achieved a lot, but this is just the beginning," said Commander Rodriguez upon landing. The team was welcomed as heroes, and their discoveries were celebrated worldwide. The Odyssey's mission inspired a new generation of scientists and space explorers, demonstrating that with determination and teamwork, there are no limits to what humanity can achieve. In a quiet European city, the Pink Panther lived a life full of adventures and mysteries. Known for her elegance and cunning, the Pink Panther was always ready to solve any enigma that came her way. One day, while strolling through the park, she received an urgent call from Inspector Clouseau. "Pink Panther, we need your help," said the inspector with his characteristic French accent. "The most valuable diamond in the museum has disappeared, and we have no clues." Intrigued by the challenge, the Pink Panther immediately accepted. She headed to the museum, where the director showed her the empty display case. "This is the pink diamond," explained the director. "It's a unique jewel, and its loss is a disaster for us." The Pink Panther began her investigation by examining the display case and the surrounding area. She noticed a small footprint on the floor, barely visible. "This could be a clue," she thought. She followed the footprint to a back door leading to the alley. In the alley, she found a piece of torn fabric on a nail. "Interesting," she murmured. "It seems the thief hurried and left this behind." The Pink Panther kept the piece of fabric and continued her search. As she walked through the city streets, she met an old friend, Professor von Schmarty, an expert in gemology. "Professor, I need your help to identify this fabric," said the Pink Panther, showing him the piece. Professor von Schmarty examined the fabric with his magnifying glass. "This is high-quality silk, probably from an expensive suit," he said. "You might find more information in the luxury shops downtown." The Pink Panther thanked the professor and headed to the city center. She visited several luxury shops, showing the fabric to the vendors. Finally, in an exclusive shop, a vendor recognized the fabric. "This is from a suit we sold a few days ago," he said. The buyer was a tall man with a distinctive mustache. Armed with this new information, the Pink Panther decided to visit the city's luxury hotels, hoping to find the man with the mustache. After several hours of searching, she found him in the lobby of an elegant hotel. The man, seeing the Pink Panther, tried to escape, but she was quicker and stopped him. "Where is the pink diamond?" demanded the Pink Panther. The man, nervous, confessed that he had stolen the diamond, but had hidden it in a safe place. "It's in the old abandoned factory on the outskirts of the city," he said. The Pink Panther, along with Inspector Clouseau, headed to the abandoned factory. After a thorough search, they found the diamond hidden in a concealed safe. "We found it!" exclaimed Inspector Clouseau. The diamond was returned to the museum, and the Pink Panther was hailed as a heroine. "Thank you for your help, Pink Panther," said the museum director. "Without you, we would never have recovered the diamond." The Pink Panther smiled and said goodbye, ready for her next adventure. She knew there would always be new mysteries to solve, and she was eager to face them with her wit and elegance. In the distant future, humanity had unraveled many of the mysteries of the universe. Space exploration had become a fundamental part of life, and spacecraft roamed the cosmos in search of new worlds and knowledge. The spaceship, Eternity, was one of the most advanced of its time, equipped with cutting-edge technology and crewed by a team of elite scientists and explorers. The commander of the mission was Captain Elena Vega, a veteran of many space missions. Alongside her were astrophysicist Dr. Raj Patel, systems engineer Laura Kim, biologist Dr. Miguel Santos, and pilot Zoe Williams. Their mission was ambitious, to explore the far reaches of the known universe and beyond, seeking answers to the deepest questions of existence. The journey began with a spectacular launch from Earth. The Eternity majestically ascended into space, leaving the blue planet behind. During the first few months, the crew dedicated themselves to studying nearby planets and stars, collecting data and conducting experiments. Each discovery was another step towards understanding the vast universe. One day, while the ship was in orbit around a distant exoplanet, Dr. Patel detected an unusual signal. "Captain Vega, I'm receiving a transmission of unknown origin," he said, adjusting the controls on his console. "It seems to be coming from beyond our galaxy." Intrigued, Captain Vega ordered the signal to be investigated. The crew worked tirelessly to decipher the message, which turned out to be a series of coordinates. "This could be an invitation," suggested Laura Kim. "Maybe someone or something is calling us." Determined to discover the source of the signal, the Eternity set course for the indicated coordinates. The journey was long and full of challenges, but the crew remained united and focused on their goal. Finally, they arrived at an unknown star system, where they found a planet covered in ancient and mysterious structures. Upon landing on the planet, the crew began exploring the ruins. "This is incredible," said Dr. Santos, examining an inscription on a wall. "These structures seem to be thousands of years old." As they explored, they found a central chamber with a strange device in the center. "It looks like some kind of portal," said Zoe Williams, observing the device with curiosity. "But it doesn't resemble anything we've seen before." The team decided to activate the device, which projected a hologram of an advanced civilization. "Welcome, travelers," said the hologram. "We are the guardians of knowledge. We have been awaiting your arrival." The hologram explained that the Guardians were an ancient civilization that had reached a level of knowledge and technology far beyond what humanity could imagine. They had left clues and signals throughout the universe to guide other species to them, hoping to share their wisdom and prevent the mistakes they themselves had made. "Our goal is to help other civilizations reach their full potential," the hologram continued. "But first, you must prove that you are ready to receive our knowledge." The crew of the Eternity accepted the challenge and began solving a series of tests and puzzles designed by the Guardians. Each test was more difficult than the last, but with ingenuity and teamwork, they managed to overcome them all. In the end, the Guardians granted them access to their vast archive of knowledge. "With this knowledge, you will be able to improve your technology, heal diseases, and explore the universe like never before," said the hologram. "But remember, with great power comes great responsibility." The Eternity returned to Earth with an incalculable amount of data and discoveries. The mission was celebrated as a milestone in human history, and the crew was welcomed as heroes. "We have opened a new era of exploration and knowledge," said Captain Vega at a press conference, "and this is just the beginning." The knowledge shared by the Guardians transformed human society, leading to advancements in all fields of knowledge. Space exploration intensified, and humanity began establishing colonies on other planets and star systems. The Eternity and its crew continued exploring the universe, always in search of new discoveries and adventures. The story of the Eternity and the Guardians of Knowledge became a legend, inspiring future generations to look to the stars and dream of what might lie beyond. The universe, vast and infinite, remained a mystery, but humanity was more prepared than ever to face it.
Espero de todo corazón que esta clase te haya gustado. Si es así, regálame un like y suscríbete al canal, que en verdad me ayudarías bastante. Y para todos los estudiantes que se quedaron hasta el final, les tengo un regalo. Debajo de este video encontrarán una clase de inglés desde cero totalmente gratuita. El link para esta clase estará en la descripción del video o en el comentario fijado. También te recomiendo que veas este otro video donde aprenderás inglés con una historia muy interesante, súper divertida. Entonces te espero ahí, no te lo puedes perder.